Hey everyone, this is OKCoyote, and welcome to my Magic the Gathering December Pack-A-Day Challenge for December 11th. Today's pack is Theros, Beyond Death. So, if you're not familiar with what this is, I am opening a pack of Magic the Gathering every day in December. That's 31 days, 31 all different packs. Why am I doing this? Just for fun, just because I want to. Feel like opening some packs. This is the way I wanted to do it. So, let's get into it. Today's pack is Theros Beyond Death. You know, when you have a plane that is popular, that people like, and you only have one or two sets there, or just a block, you know, people get excited. They want you to go back to that plane. Ravnica gets returned to over and over and over. Dominaria is a classic. Innistrad is a popular plane. And Theros is also a plane that we have returned to. So right here with Theros Beyond Death. Theros is the Greek themed, the Greek mythology inspired plane. And I believe it was the first, the original Theros was the first set to have the god cards in it. Which are like indestructible enchantment creatures that are really cool. So this has some of those too. This, like I said, this is the return. Big storyline element I remember was Elspeth coming back from the dead? Question mark. I think we haven't seen her since, so I'm not sure if she's alive again, but she might be. I don't know. Anyway, I have not played this set. I don't think so. I'm not really sure what's good in here. Don't know what's in the set as a whole. I don't really remember. But we're gonna find out what's in this pack right now. So let's get into it. All right. We start with Karamitras Blessing. This is 1 white mana for an instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's an enchanted creature or enchantment creature, it also gains hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. So, nice little cheap combat trick. Works even better on gods and enchanted creatures or enchantment creatures like the Nyxborn, which I assume there are a lot of them in this set. Theros is always really big on enchantments. So this can find a lot of use in this set. Next up we have Deny the Divine. 2 and a blue for an instant. Counter target creature or enchantment spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. I like this. I like a counter. I mean, the counter spell is a counter spell, and these are always going to be decent. But one that can also exile the card you're countering is even better. I don't want you to play this card, and I don't want to see it ever again. Cool. Omen of the Dead is a black mana for an enchantment with flash. When Omen of the Dead enters the battlefield, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And you may pay 2 and a black and sacrifice Omen of the Dead to scry 2. Interesting. 2 different effects there. One when it comes in, one when it goes out. They don't really have a whole lot to do with each other, but they're both pretty useful. And this is a great card for its mana cost. Yeah, I like Omen of the Dead. It's a good pick. Omen of the Hunt. You know, why not? Let's go to the green one. This one is 2 and a green for an enchantment with flash. When Omen of the Hunt enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. And for 2 and a green, you may sacrifice Omen of the Hunt to scry 2, just like the other one. Also good. Not quite as strong as Omen of the Dead because of the higher mana cost, but still a nice little ability to have. Neat little enchantment. Voracious Typhon. 2 green for a 4/4 snake beast with escape 5 green. Exile 4 other cards from your graveyard. So you may cast this card from your graveyard for its escape cost. So you can pay 7 and exile 4 cards from your graveyard to bring this back into play. Voracious Typhon escapes with 3+1/+1 counters on it. So it's a 4/4 for 4, and later in the game, it's a 7/7 for 7. This is a common. This is very strong. I really like this card. I would play a lot of this card. That's very intense. Play a lot of this card. That's me. Make words. Let's go. Wings of Hubris. 2 mana for an artifact equipment. Equipped creature has flying. Sacrifice Wings of Hubris. Equipped creature can't be blocked this turn. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. And it has equip for 1. So this is like Icarus with the wax wings, and the wings fall apart when you get too close to the sun. So you can give a creature flying, and you can go one further and make it unblockable, but then that creature dies. And so does the equipment. So, pretty cool flavor-wise. I don't know how strong a card this is, but, maybe you just need some flyers in your life. Scofos Warleader is 4 and a red for a 4/5 Minotaur Warrior. You may pay a red and sacrifice another creature or an enchantment. Scofos Warleader gets +1/+0 and gains Menace until end of turn. Cool. Nice big creature. The pumping ability is kind of costly. So you generally, except the fact that it gives Menace is pretty cool, but you generally won't be using it a lot. Maybe try to end the game or really start making some trades as you're giving it Menace. Mire's Grasp. We have a solid removal card here. This is 1 and a black for an enchantment aura. Enchanted creature gets -3/-3. Yep, this kills a lot of things. I will take this. That's a great card. Rumbling Sentry. 3 white for a 3/6 giant. When Rumbling Sentry enters the battlefield, scry 1. Okay, I don't know why we're scrying, but I'll take it. A 3/6 for 5 mana is not fantastic, but you'd be surprised. This will just hold up the board for you. This guy is going to block all day long and keep you safe. Fateful End. 2 and a red for an instant. This is our first uncommon as well. Fateful End deals 3 damage to any target. Scry 1. Great removal spell. 3 mana is a bit much. It comes with the scry, so that's kind of nice. But you got to have your burn spells. This is a burn spell. Oh, we've got a sick reprint at Uncommon. It's Underworld Dreams. This is going back to, I think, Legends? This is an old one. Underworld Dreams cost 3 black mana for an enchantment. And it says, whenever an opponent draws a card, Underworld Dreams deals 1 damage to that player. Not fantastic on its own. It's the kind of card you want to build around. But it can be a lot of fun to build around it. Next up, we have Medomize Prophecy. This is 1 and a blue for an enchantment saga. So, if you are unfamiliar with sagas, these are enchantments that tell a story. When you first play it, you put a lore counter on it. It's like a chapter, and then you add another lore counter after your draw step every turn, and then You do what it says for each chapter, and then once the last chapter is done, you sacrifice the card. So, Chapter 1, Scry 2. Chapter 2, choose a card name. Chapter 3, when you cast a spell with the chosen name for the first time this turn, draw 2 cards. And Chapter 4, look at the top card of each player's library. Okay. So, not too bad as a mana cost. Kind of set up a draw, and then you kind of set up more draws by choosing a card you're intending to play on the following turn that you have scryed for, so you know it's coming. Chapter 4 isn't very powerful. I don't really know why it's there, but okay, we'll take it. It's a way to keep the saga around a little longer. All right, cool. Before we get to our rare, let's look at what else is in the pack, because we've got a little bit to go over here. We have our token card. It is a 1/1 white human soldier token. There's always ways to make those. We've got this really cool looking island as our basic land. That's pretty sweet. Note, does not actually depict an island. It looks just like an artistic rendering of blue mana. We have a foil uncommon. It's a very pretty one. I think this is like an alternate art style. This is Timuret, chosen from death. Look how shiny. Oh, this is a nice looking card. 2 black mana for a 2-star legendary enchantment creature demigod. Okay. Not a god, just a demigod. Timuret's toughness is equal to your devotion to black, which devotion is you count up all the black mana symbols on cards permanents you control. That's your devotion to black. Pay 1 and a black to exile up to 2 target cards from graveyards. You gain 1 life for each creature card exiled this way. Neat. Yeah, for 2 mana, this is a pretty cool card. It's gonna stop you from stop your opponents from getting stuff back, gives you some life, holds up the board. Cool. That's gonna bring us to our rare. Our rare is Dryad of the Elysian Grove. 2 and a green for an enchantment creature nymph. It's 2/4. You may play an additional land on each of your turns. Lands you control are every basic land type, in addition to their other types. So, pretty cool if you're trying a rainbow deck of some sort. Generally, I don't like cards that say you can play an additional land, because generally by the time you play them, you don't have much land left in your hand, but it's still kind of cool. Occasionally, that gets to be used. But yeah, good mana fixing rare card. Okay. As for my first pick in this draft, the Timuret is tempting, but I think out of this pack, I think we take solid removal. It would be down to Mire's Grasp or Fateful End, and they both basically kill in X3. I think it's going to be Mire's Grasp, just in terms of its mana cost, because it only costs 2 mana, as opposed to Fateful End's 3 mana. So I think that would be my first pick in this particular pack. Your mileage may vary. I don't know what's good in this set, so that's what I think anyway. But that's going to do it for the Theros Beyond Death pack. And that wraps up today's Magic the Gathering December Pack-A-Day Challenge. Don't forget to like this video if you liked this video. You can subscribe to my channel, and you can follow me on Twitter at OKCoyote. That's it for today. We will see you tomorrow with another pack. Thanks. Bye.